Good morning. Welcome back. This is your reading for Friday, March 29th. Yay, it's Friday. And let's see, what is it that you guys most need to know for this day? Higher self to higher self with you all. What is it that you need to know? Right there. Okay. So with the Knight of Cups reversed, this could be someone who's not really going to move forward with you in a relationship. The offer that's coming through isn't trustworthy, and I say that because we have the Devil, but we also have the Three of Swords reversed. Boy, these cards are quite different from yesterday. That was such an awesome reading for yesterday. But anyway, what we have going on with this combination here, well, first of all, let me get into the keywords to help you guys out who are learning. So the Knight of Cups, remember the Knights are of the fire element plus the element that they're, the suit that they're in. So we've got fire and water. So normally, upright, this dude would be full of passion, the type of a guy, but it doesn't have to be a guy. It's just that movement of invitations and offers to engage in some way coming from the heart because it's the cups. Okay? Now, when it's reversed, it's the opposite of that or to some lesser degree of that to where we're not, this guy isn't trustworthy or this person isn't trustworthy. There's something that now on another level reversed, it could be that there's just exhaustion. Maybe this doesn't have anything to do with a relationship, with a person. Maybe you're just exhausted because it can be a card sometimes when we're, and I say that especially because we do have the Devil card here. Sometimes the Knight of Cups comes through reversed when we're exhausted from our addictions. Maybe we've been eating too much of the wrong thing and our bodies just can't process it, so we're not, we don't have like optimal energy coming through. Maybe we need to just get up and move around more so that our lymphatic systems can work. This sometimes is a card of, when it comes to reversed, the Knight of Cups can be a card of lymphatic issues. So the way to help that is to, get up and move around a lot. Hot tub if you have it, that would help too. But get some sweat, going. Work up a sweat. Now, with the Devil, we know this card is all about temptation and addiction and bondage. And, if we go with the artwork, it's like he's here. Take my hand because I'm the dude for fear. I know how to keep you bonded in fear. And it's a card of apathy. Cruelty and apathy. I mean, you have to be numbed out in order to be cruel. So, and that's all in that domain of anything that goes against life. Anything that negates life is of the realm of this card. Except when it comes to addictions to all the things of the physical world, which is so easy for us to get caught up in. I mean, my goodness, who doesn't go through some type of an addiction? If not multiple, different types on our path of transformation, that seems to just be part of it. It can be an addiction to anything that is materialistic. So, shopping addictions, hoarding, food addictions, it's everything that has to do with something outside of yourself rather than going within, because to go within and find your light is antithetical to this dude's way of thinking, right? He wants you to be stuck in fear so that, you can manipulate. And it's really just an energy, I guess I'd say a lack of consciousness. It all depends on your beliefs. If you believe in the devil or if you just believe. I tend to look at it as just negative energy of temptation, and the card represents the addictions that we all go through. Now, it could, if this is a person, this could be somebody who is manipulative and cruel, manipulative, and doesn't care at all about how you feel. But with the Three of Swords coming through, with the end of the day or later on in the afternoon, maybe, or maybe this all happens in the morning and it's just over. When we have the Three of Swords come through, we're like, the hell with all of this crap. I'm not betraying myself. I've been through stuff like this before. And you might be very optimistic because you've been to battle with this kind of energy in the past, and now you're like, all those red flags. I'm noticing this scythe right here. If it were upright, it would be like betraying yourself, rejecting yourself, and believing in all of this crap over here. But because it came through reversed, I'm tending to notice the artwork here, and I'm seeing these, this behavior over here as red flags. And, boy, I've been through it with guys. Years and years ago. That's just pretty much how it goes. You go through it until you come home to yourself and you're friggin' free of this kind of bullshit, right? And then you attract someone or friends or, whatever type of relationship with yourself that you have, and none of this holds you anymore. And then there is a process, and this is part of the meaning of the Three of Swords, is that you forgive yourself. You forgive yourself for getting into those type of relationships, and then you finally forgive them because there's no reason to hold on to it anymore, because you see the relationships for what they are. They were just stepping stones to help you get free of having faith in someone who's not really spiritually connected. Because this guy, upright, is not connected to his heart or his spirit. It's all about the tangible, all about the physical, and all about controlling and having power over other people when it's upright. So, yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else with this? I'm still drawn to this Three of Swords reversed, and I don't know why. There's still a message for someone in here. Sometimes the Three of Swords reversed can be an illness. If it's an illness, don't trust whomever this is trying to take care of you or sell you something that's some kind of a remedy or a prescription or whatever. There is no trustworthiness here. What else? I feel mostly it's just about releasing the pain and forgiving. But it can be, and maybe this is just a metaphor for what's going on within, someone that is, and it's helpful, is that you're kind of going to battle with the old ways of relating, and you're releasing all that old pain from the past. So, yeah. Sometimes on the medical level, the Three of Swords reversed has to do with skin cancers. So if you're going to a dermatologist or a doctor that keeps hurting you, there are other ways to deal with it. Now, only if it's basal cell carcinoma. I've had experience with that. No, not if it's, well, yeah, on your face it would be fine, but not if it's around your eyes. You can't, you have to have Mohs surgery for that. I had to go through that once. It's awful, but it works. But I learned about 3 years ago. I guess it's more than 1 year, but anyway, it wasn't that long ago, that frankincense, there's 3 different blends, but the sacred blend, if you have a spot somewhere, hand, arm, wherever, where you can see it, or you have someone help you to apply it. You put it on straight, like just a little, like say it's a little spot, use a Q-tip and just dab it on. And do that about 5 or 6 times a day. I found this online with the National Institutes of Health, and so you can Google it and look for it yourself. And I thought, you know what, it can't hurt, so I'm going to try it, And I did on my hand. I used to have little spots here, and I didn't have to. This one, I don't know why, it's just, you get those brown spots, but yeah, it worked. So the way you do it is you just use little drops, but you put it on straight. You don't mix the oil. And what happens is that after about, a few days usually, it gets, if it's definitely basal cell, and because, you can tell by looking at it, it gets like flaky and it just won't heal, and it's red and it stays, Now I tend to just put that sacral oil in my lotion and use that all over, and then I'm not getting them anymore. But anyway, when I healed the one on my hand, and I've done it twice actually, on my right hand. What happens is that it doesn't it goes totally raw. It's like it takes it down to the core of it, and then what you do is once it gets to that red, from putting the oil on repeatedly, like 5 times a day, after a couple 3 days, then you have to cover it with a Band-Aid. So what you're doing is you have to be stocked up on Band-Aids, and you only need 1 little bottle of the oil. But so Q-tip, whatever, to get the oil on the Q-tip, put the Q-tip on the spot, get it to, goes down to the original, just like if you were to get a biopsy or have it cut out of you, and then you're going to end up with a big fat scar, and you've got, and not only not only the hundreds of dollars you're going to have to pay, or you're going to get burnt. They do that burning thing where it's like the cold, whatever, and so you wind up with scars. The thing with the frankincense oil is you don't wind up with a scar. Your tissue ends up healing from the inside out. So as long as you can keep on it and you can keep a Band-Aid on it, so you're going to go through a period of putting doing the oil, put the Band-Aid on it to protect it, and you still keep doing it, but you don't do it like 5 times a day. You just might do it about 2 or 3 times a day once it gets to that point. And then you just kind of have to go intuitively, like maybe you drop it down to just once a day after a couple of weeks, and then just see how it goes. But you want to make sure that because you'll get to see like the edge of where it was, and you watch it just kind of heal. But you have to keep those Band-Aids on it, right? Because it's like new baby skin that's growing from the inside out. So anyway, go online and look for that. I know it was NIH or something that, and there's, it's a huge study that they did for, I don't know how many people, but anyway, I was the guinea pig that tried it on myself after reading it, and I can vouch for that. So maybe that's helpful for someone here, especially if it's in a place where you don't really want scars anymore, like yeah. I have scars over here on my like here, that one there. I had a it was only small, but I had a terrible dermatologist that didn't know how to sew people up for shit, and I ended up having to have like a scar revision surgery later, and I'm still stuck with that. So had I known about that back in the 80s, which I didn't, because left arm driving, right, all that. So anyway, I'm going to stop. If you have any more questions about it, you can just put it in the comment section. And I have to say, I'm not a doctor, but I got tired of getting cut and burnt and biopsied and didn't need it. And yeah, so that's my story. Okay, bye you guys.